Dear friends, dear colleagues, thank you for inviting me to close today's conference. I'm very sorry I couldn't be there myself. My parliamentary obligations prevented me from coming, but I promise you, your voices are being heard. Your voices, the voice of the Romani community, and also your expertise gathered here send a clear message. Roma inclusion is not a technical issue. It is a matter of fundamental rights, equality and also justice. Your reports show that despite strategies and commitments, segregation in education continues. Early childhood education remains out of reach for plenty of Roma children, and discrimination still limits opportunities at every stage of education and also employment. Romani people are consulted more often, but too frequently without the resources or also influence needed to actually shape policies very meaningfully. And yet, we also saw some encouraging examples. Across Spain, Portugal, the Czech Republic, and beyond, inclusive approaches, strong local partnerships, and also community-based supports are producing real results. These success stories remind us that progress is possible when Roma inclusion is taken seriously. At the same time, we must acknowledge that the hard truth. Anti-Gypsyism is the root and cause beyond all of the obstacles that the Romani community is facing in the face of education, housing, or be it also employment. It is systematic unless we actually now address it. And the implementation gap will remain if we don't do anything right now. So let me share two reflections. First, participation of Roma must be meaningful and also resourced. Romani organizations need stable, also long-term support so that it's very about foreseeing the future and that it's actually long-lasting. The next MFF must provide and ensure long-term investment in Roma equality. Secondly, Europe needs stronger accountability. We have clear targets for 2030. Now, we must ensure that monitoring and also reporting back reflect the reality on the ground, not just what is written in some strategies. And allow me to also give a comment from my side as a former teacher, but also as a chair of the Education and Culture Committee, but also as a member of the Committee on Social Rights. So I will work personally with my colleagues to really ensure that we keep investing our maximum efforts in placing anti-Gypsyism very high on our European Parliament's agenda. Together with my colleagues, I will call for better access to early childhood education and also teacher training for inclusion, of course, and for education. As a former teacher myself, and I mentioned it before, I know how crucial early childhood education is and access to education in general. This is a commitment I personally take very seriously because the evidence that you presented today deserves a political follow-up and not just, some kind of political attention. Dear colleagues, today's discussion gives us a clear direction. You have provided the data, the lived realities, and also some solutions. Now it's on us to listen as a parliament and to ensure that this momentum is being taken up by the European Parliament. Thank you for all the work you do, and I promise I'll be there to engage with you further.